We're always told to go chase the extraordinary. But what if the real value, the true beauty, is actually in the normal life we're already living? Today, we're going to explore that exact idea, which feels more important now than ever. So let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered if a normal life is just a boring life? Maybe you look at your daily routine, work, chores, sleep, repeat, and think, is this really it? In a world that just screams about being extraordinary, it is so easy to feel like a simple, normal life just isn't enough. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by unpacking that just normal feeling. Then, we'll figure out what a normal life even means. We'll look for joy in the small stuff, find some simple steps to peace, and land on a really powerful idea. Your normal life is more than enough.
Okay, let's dive into our first section, the just normal feeling. This is all about that constant, kind of subtle pressure to be amazing all the time. That little voice in your head that says your ordinary life doesn't quite measure up. But where does that feeling even come from?
Well, a huge source of that pressure is this. On one side, you've got the social media life. It's this endless parade of exotic trips, perfect-looking moments, and non-stop adventure. But on the other side, well, that's real life for most of us, right? It's work and school, chores and errands, it's feeling tired, it's having good days, and, yeah, bad days too. And this is the trap, isn't it? We end up comparing our whole, messy, real life to someone else's highlight reel. It's a totally unfair comparison, and honestly, it's almost designed to make us feel like we're falling behind. What you're not seeing behind that perfect photo is the pile of laundry, the boring commute, or the quiet moments of doubt that are part of everyone's story. So, if that picture-perfect life isn't the whole truth, then what is a normal life? That brings us right to Section 2. We're going to tear down that old definition and build a much more realistic and way more comforting idea of the everyday.
I think this is such a powerful way to look at it. See, a normal life isn't about having zero problems. It's a life that has room for both the good and the bad. It's made of our routines, those little joys, and some very real challenges. In other words, it's not about being perfect. It's just about being human. And this right here is so incredibly important to get. There is no single rule book for what normal is supposed to look like. Your life, with its own special mix of good stuff and tough stuff, isn't wrong. It's not less than anyone else's, it's just yours. And think about that for a second. There's a ton of freedom in really, truly accepting that.
And when you really break it down, normal looks a lot like this, doesn't it? It's the basic stuff. Waking up, eating, going to work. It's talking with your friends and family. It's that feeling of being safe, but also, let's be real, the feeling of being tired. It's the mix of good things and hard things, from worrying about money to stumbling upon those special little moments. This is what connects all of us.
All right, so once we start to accept our normal life, how do we actually find joy in it? That leads us straight into Section 3, finding that beauty, not in the big, splashy events, but in the small, quiet moments of our daily routine. This quote, I think a lot of us can relate to this. We chase after these huge adventures, this constant excitement, only to find out that what we were really missing was the comfort and peace of our simple, everyday routine. It's those little things, that feeling of home, that we end up craving the most. I just love this way of thinking about it. A normal life is like a safe home. It's your foundation. It's that feeling of stability you can always count on. Adventures are great, for sure, but having that familiar, safe place to come back to, that's what gives us the strength to go out and face the world in the first place. So here's something really simple and practical you can try, like right now. First, just pause for a second and think about your day so far. Next, try to name 3 small, simple things that brought you even a tiny spark of joy. And then the last step is to just let yourself really feel thankful for those little moments. And look, these joys don't have to be some huge, life-changing event. They can be super simple. The taste of your morning coffee, a quick text from a friend that makes you smile, a quiet walk, or just sharing a laugh with someone at work. The real magic isn't in how big the joy is. It's in the simple act of noticing it. Okay, so noticing the good stuff, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. But how can we actively build more calm into our lives, especially when things feel totally chaotic? In Section 4, we're going to look at a few simple steps to do just that. We often hear the word routine and think boring, but it's actually an incredibly powerful tool for creating peace. Think about it.
When you have a predictable routine, your brain has to make fewer small decisions all day long. That frees up so much mental energy and creates this quiet sense of calm and order, which can be a total lifesaver in a crazy world.
And here's a great little mantra to go along with your routine. Anytime you feel totally overwhelmed by a giant to-do list, just bring your focus back to these two words, step by step. You don't have to do everything all at once, just focus on the very next small thing you can do.
And that brings us to our final, and honestly, probably the most important section of all. We've talked about the pressure, we've redefined normal, we've looked at ways to find joy and peace. Now it's time to bring it all home to the core message. I want you to just sit with this for a second. Let it really sink in. Your life, exactly as it is right now, has so much value. The small acts of kindness you do, the work you put in, the way you care for people, even just the simple fact that you're here, it all matters. A lot.
This is the heart of it all. You do not need to hit some big external goal, more money, more followers, more adventures to be worthy of feeling peaceful and happy. Your life, right here, right now, is enough. You are enough.
And finally, please give yourself credit for your own strength. You know, it takes real courage to just get up every single day and navigate the ordinary challenges of life. It takes bravery to stay open, to keep trying, to keep learning. The fact that you're even here, exploring these ideas, that is a sign of your courage.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. After everything we've talked about, what is one small good thing in your normal life that you're going to make a point to really notice today? The beauty is already there. Sometimes we just need a little reminder to look for it.